The Islamic Mataram kingdom was a significant power. It emerged in the heartland of Java. This island is part of modern-day Indonesia. The kingdom's story began in the late 16th century. It continued to influence Java for many centuries. Mataram became the dominant political and military force. It controlled large parts of central and eastern Java. Its influence also reached some outer islands. The kingdom played a crucial role in the spread of Islam. It also shaped Javanese culture profoundly. Its history is a tale of ambition, power, and eventual division. Mataram's geographical heartland was in the fertile plains. These plains were near present-day Yogyakarta and Surakarta. This region was historically important. It was the cradle of earlier Javanese kingdoms. The kingdom's timeline stretches from around 1586. This was when its first ruler began to assert power. Its formal division occurred in 1755. However, its successor states continued to exist. They played important roles even under colonial rule. Understanding Mataram is key to understanding Javanese history. It helps us see the transition from ancient Hindu-Buddhist traditions to an Islamic Javanese identity. The kingdom was not the first Islamic state in Java. However, it became the most powerful. It succeeded the Sultanate of Demak and Pajang. Mataram inherited their political and religious legitimacy. The rulers of Mataram claimed descent from Javanese royalty. They also presented themselves as champions of Islam. This dual legitimacy was very important. It helped them unite diverse Javanese groups. The kingdom's rise marked a new era. It was an era of Javanese resurgence and Islamic consolidation. This period saw significant political and cultural developments across the island. The Islamic Mataram kingdom did not appear overnight. It grew from smaller beginnings. Its founder is often considered to be Sutawijaya. He was also known as Panembahan Senapati. Sutawijaya was the son of Ki Ageng Pamanahan. Ki Ageng Pamanahan received the land of Mataram as a gift. This gift came from the Sultan of Pajang. Sutawijaya was ambitious and skilled. He began to expand his territory. He defeated several neighboring rulers. This laid the groundwork for a larger kingdom. His efforts were crucial in establishing Mataram's initial power base. Panembahan Senapati ruled from approximately 1586 to 1601. During his reign, Mataram began to grow. He focused on military strength. He also built a strong administration. He faced challenges from other Javanese states. Many of these states were reluctant to accept Mataram's dominance. Senapati fought numerous battles to assert his authority. He successfully subdued many rivals. His leadership was characterized by strategic alliances. He also used military force effectively. He is remembered as a powerful and determined ruler. He set the stage for Mataram's future greatness. After Panembahan Senapati, his son took the throne. This was Panembahan Hanyakrawati, also known as Seda Inkrapiak. He ruled from 1601 to 1613. His reign was shorter. It was marked by continued efforts to consolidate power. He maintained the policies of his father. He worked to strengthen the kingdom's borders. He also dealt with internal rebellions. The process of building a large kingdom was ongoing. It required constant vigilance and military readiness. Hanyakrawati played an important role. He ensured the stability of the young kingdom. This stability was vital for future expansion. The early rulers of Mataram focused on several key things. They built a strong army. They established a loyal bureaucracy. They also sought religious legitimacy. They presented themselves as devout Muslims. They supported Islamic scholars and institutions. This helped to win the support of the people. The combination of military power and religious authority was potent. It allowed Mataram to overcome its rivals. The foundations laid by these early rulers were strong. They enabled Mataram to become the dominant power in Java for many years. These initial steps were vital for the kingdom's later successes. The society of Mataram was hierarchical. At the top was the ruler, the Sultan. He held absolute power. The Sultan was seen as a divinely chosen leader. His authority was both political and spiritual. Below the Sultan was the royal family. Princes and other nobles held important positions. They often governed provinces or led armies. This system created a clear chain of command. It also sometimes led to rivalries within the royal family. The stability of the kingdom often depended on the strength and wisdom of the Sultan. The administration of Mataram was complex. The kingdom was divided into provinces. These provinces were called. Each province was governed by a or regent. There were usually local nobles. They were responsible for collecting taxes. They also maintained order and provided troops for the sultan. The central government was based in the capital city, or, that was the heart of the kingdom. It was a center of political, cultural, and religious life. Many officials worked in the Fa'inzapirin to manage the kingdom's affairs. The majority of the population were peasants. They worked the land. Rice cultivation was the basis of Mataram's economy. The peasants owed labor and agricultural products to their local lords. They also owed allegiance to the sultan. This system was similar to feudalism in Europe. There was also a class of artisans and traders. They lived in towns and cities. They contributed to the kingdom's economy. However, agriculture remained the most important sector. The social structure was quite rigid. People generally remained in the social class they were born into. Religious leaders also played an important role in Mataram society. Islamic scholars, known as, advised the sultan. They also ran religious schools, or, these schools helped to spread Islamic teachings. The sultan supported these religious institutions. This helped to strengthen his legitimacy as an Islamic ruler. The blend of Javanese traditions and Islamic law shaped the legal system. This system, known as, governed many aspects of daily life. It reflected the unique cultural synthesis that developed in Mataram. The governance structure aimed to maintain control over a vast and diverse territory. The Mataram kingdom controlled a vast area of Java. Its core territory was in central Java. This included regions like Kedu, Bagalan, and Pajang. These areas were densely populated. They were also agriculturally rich. The capital of Mataram moved several times. Early capitals included Kota Gede and Plerid. These were located near modern-day Yogyakarta. From this heartland, Mataram expanded its influence. It conquered or subjugated many neighboring states. This expansion occurred over several decades. It required significant military effort and diplomatic skill. To the east, Mataram's power extended over most of East Java. This included important port cities on the north coast. Cities like Surabaya, Gresik, and Tuban came under Mataram's control. These cities were centers of trade. Controlling them gave Mataram access to wealth and resources. The conquest of East Java was difficult. Surabaya, in particular, offered strong resistance. It took many years and several campaigns to subdue this region. By the early 17th century, Mataram had largely succeeded. This significantly increased its power and prestige. To the west, Mataram's influence was also significant. It reached into parts of West Java. However, it did not completely conquer the Sultanate of Banten. Banten remained an independent rival in the west. Mataram also faced challenges from Cirebon. While Cirebon was sometimes a vassal, its loyalty was not always assured. The mountainous terrain of West Java made it difficult to control. Despite this, Mataram's armies campaigned in these areas. They sought to extend the kingdom's borders as far as possible. The kingdom's reach made it the dominant indigenous power in Java. Beyond Java, Mataram's influence was more limited. It did exert some control over parts of Madura. This island is located off the north coast of East Java. Mataram also claimed suzerainty over Palembang in Sumatra. It even launched expeditions to Banjarmasin in Kalimantan, or Borneo. However, maintaining control over these distant territories was challenging. The primary focus of Mataram's power remained on the island of Java. Its ability to project power across such a large part of Java was remarkable. It demonstrated the kingdom's military and administrative capabilities during its peak period. Section 5. The Zenith, Reign of Sultan Agung Anyakrakusuma. The Mataram kingdom reached its peak under Sultan Agung Anyakrakusuma. He ruled from 1613 to 1645. Sultan Agung was a brilliant military leader. He was also a skilled administrator and a patron of culture. His reign is often considered the golden age of Mataram. He had grand ambitions for the kingdom. He sought to unite all of Java under his rule. He also wanted to expel foreign powers, particularly the Dutch. His leadership transformed Mataram into a formidable empire. He is remembered as one of Java's greatest rulers. Sultan Agung launched numerous military campaigns. He successfully conquered most of central and eastern Java. He defeated powerful rivals like Surabaya. The siege of Surabaya was long and difficult. It showed Sultan Agung's determination. He also brought Madura under Mataram's control. His armies were well organized and disciplined. He personally led many of his campaigns. His military successes greatly expanded Mataram's territory. They also enhanced its reputation as the dominant power in the region. These conquests were a major achievement of his reign. Besides military expansion, Sultan Agung also focused on internal development. He reformed the administration of the kingdom. He standardized the Javanese calendar. This new calendar combined Javanese and Islamic traditions. He promoted Javanese arts and culture. He supported literature, music, and dance. They became a vibrant cultural center under his rule. Sultan Agung also emphasized Islamic values. He built mosques and supported religious scholars. He even attempted to conquer the Dutch stronghold of Batavia, present-day Jakarta, twice, though unsuccessfully. These attempts showed his strong anti-colonial stance. Under Sultan Agung, Mataram controlled almost all of Java. The only exceptions were Banten in the west and Batavia. His authority was widely recognized. He established a strong centralized state. He created a sophisticated court culture. His efforts to unify Java and promote